Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's
Welcome to the
Report.
Warden Report. I hope you're going to have a fabulous week, y'all. Look, that's my picture I got from Joann's a few weeks ago. I'm thinking, I saw Michael's put out a line, so I might be going there to get another picture. We'll see. But welcome. Good morning, y'all. It is Wednesday already, so I just wanted to check in and welcome to the Warden Report. Today I woke up hungry. I was kind of hungry last night too, y'all. But anyways, I woke up this morning. It is already, it's 9:45. I had meetings and stuff, but I decided to take a break and make me a little scramble. I was just craving this, so it's 2 Pernell sausages, 2 eggs, a slice of habanero cheese, and a tablespoon of salsa, just all cooked together. Yum. I'm excited. And of course I had my morning coffee. Duh. No. Look at this big plate. So I never ate lunch. I had that little breakfast this morning. And then for dinner tonight, I've got 6 wings, and I made my own kind of Asian seasoning. I kind of did like a sticky sauce, and then I could do my everything but the bagel seasoning. We've got some more of those mustard hot dogs, a little side salad, avocado, and a pickle. And that's my dinner, y'all. All right, y'all, for lunch today on this Thursday, of course, I've got my avocado. And then I just air fried a couple of those sausages, the jalapeno cheddar from Sam's, and I've got some hot sauce, olives, and sauerkraut there to go with it. And that's my lunch. Hey, Friday, y'all. I'm going to talk to you a second. I was going to show you my lunch real quick. Just basic salad, look, some ham, and more about the ham in a little bit. Avocado, and I have my dud. So shout out again, Rickwin. Thank you so much. She bought us 5 coffees, so we had to get some more today. So got this. Thank you, Rickwin. And I got Heath, of course, his double ring bro with green tea. We so appreciate you. Anytime y'all hit that buy me coffee, it really means a great deal. So again, Rickwin, thank you so very much. You're going through, I know, a lot with your renovation, so that you took a moment to think about us and everything we were going through. I really appreciate you, Joe, like really. And thank you also, Joe, for sharing your renovation with us. I am really enjoying that. I know it's frustrating at times, you know, like, is there ever been a smooth renovation in the history, right? So, and I know it's frustrating at times, but I'm enjoying you including us in that process. You know, we're all in different places of the world, so it's nice where we could share those parts of us, and we all feel like, you know, we're connected and together. So, a couple of things I thought of. I went to HB today. So it is Friday, and you're like, Friday? But Shelly, aren't you supposed to be working? Yes, I am. So I was impacted by that cloud strike where my laptop gave me the blue screen of death. So meaning when it tries to boot up, it comes up saying, we can't boot you into Windows. You suck or whatever. And it'll give you the option to either troubleshoot or restart. So you restart and the same thing freaking happens. And because it is a work computer, I can't even troubleshoot because you have to have admin access. I can't boot into safe mode because, again, it's not technically my computer. So I had to call IT. I was on hold with them for 2 hours this morning. They finally picked up, and I guess they just have some actual non-IT people helping answer the phones because there were so many people impacted that they were just like, okay, reading a script. I could tell he was reading a script, and basically just gave me a ticket number, took my phone number, and said, we'll be in touch. We don't know when. So I was like, okay, well, this is obviously not going to be a quick fix. So I went ahead and went to the grocery store because I made a Sam's order for tomorrow. And the Sam's that I am going to is in an area of Houston called Humble. So it's like 20 minutes to the east. But most of my favorite grocery stores are to the west, about 20 minutes from our home. Or there's one around the corner that's about 5 or so minutes. So I was like, you know what? Because I was kind of complaining. I was like, oh, I have to go from one side to the other, which really isn't that far, right? We're talking probably from Sam's to the H-E-B I went to today would have been about 35 or 40 minutes total. But, you know, you're just like, ah. So I went ahead and went to Aldi today and H-E-B. I went to the H-E-B that Nicole works at. And so I went there because she was saying, you know, their frozen foods are 10% off. So I was like, well, I'll go to that one, right? So I go out there and got some stuff at Aldi. I swear, I spent $57 at Aldi. I'm like, what did I even buy? But I did kind of like probably buy too many specialty items I didn't have to buy. But anyways, like I wanted to get the dogs more of that ice cream and lots of fresh produce. We have a recipe we're going to work on Saturday night, so it needed a lot of fresh herbs and other produce. So, like, tons of produce, right? And, oh, and I bought some bottled waters. They're Italian sparkling water. There's no sugar or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's called Italian. Basically, they're knockoff to Topo. I bought one of those and... oh, hot sauce, I don't know, a lot of stuff. And then I went to the H-E-B, and get this, I don't even know, oh, y'all. I went to the deli, because they have ham off the bone, and I got a half pound of ham off the bone, and then I saw they had some uncured hard salami, and I love hard salami. So let me get some of that. So I got a half pound of that. Doing my other grocery shopping, you know, getting mostly the frozen foods like our Pernels and the fajita vegetables and a few other things. And I happened to run in, of course, to Nicole. And we were chatting and everything. She was off of work already. And she was telling me everything that happened. I mean, poor girl, her and Hans, they were without power until just this past Wednesday. And I was like, girl, you could have told me, like, y'all could have come over. And she said, well, them personally were okay. You know, they like to camp and they had things going with that. It was just mostly they lost a lot of food. And I was like, oh no. She did tell me H-E-B is helping out some and, you know, they're doing some other things. But right now, you know, she's kind of scared, you know, to buy too much, you know, because it's just like, oh, I don't want this to happen again. So we were talking and everything right by the frozen foods. And then she was like, oh, I gotta go. And I just totally spaced out. It was like I just had a reset, y'all. And I was meant to get like some melty cheese for a special person. And I went, and next thing I know, I went to I was like, oh, I gotta get kombucha. So I went and got some kombucha, y'all. And then I saw this peanut butter, right? And this is what I like. So they have where you get fresh peanut butter, fresh ground peanut butter, and you get however much you want. And I thought, as I know some of us kind of have problems with nut butters, right? You buy a whole 1 pound container, and next thing you know, you've eaten all of that. So I got this, and I was like, you know what? I just want a little bit of peanut butter, but I don't want to go overboard, and I don't want like a whole jar. So I only got like $1.39 worth. So you see how much is in there. I was like, okay, just enough to like quench my craving for it, because I can have peanut butter. So I was like, let me do this. So that might be an idea if you're ever feeling like, ooh, I just want a little bit of peanut butter. And I know some stores also have the almond butter, and you have to make sure you get the regular peanut butter. They have one that's honey, but this is just peanuts. That's all that's in there. And so that might be a good alternative, right? It is probably a little bit more expensive versus buying it already jarred up. But, you know, when it comes to controlling, you know, where you're not going to go overboard, that's a good option. So I got that, and then I totally forgot something else. and just checked out. And the next thing you know, I'm on my way home and I'm like, oh shoot, you forgot this and this. And then I noticed that the Purnells didn't get 10% off, but all my other frozen stuff got 10% off. And I'm like, what the heck? So, I don't know. I'll go talk to him. I was like, what a day. So, I'm back home, and I've been home an hour, undid everything. I'm eating, you know, I made my salad to eat, and that's what I'm going to do now, y'all. What a Friday. And I'm so sad. I'm missing work. I feel like, and it's just me and my work sisters whose laptops are doing this. Everybody else on the team is able to work. So I'm like ultra sad because I just, if last week kind of happened, I'd probably be like, okay, cool, I got a day off. But since last week happened, I'm like, I really want to, like, I want a full week of work, please. But, and then of course, because of that, they feel in general that, you know, fraud people are going to be trying to do what they can to win at this situation. So make sure y'all are being hyper vigilant and really checking your statements of everything, and making sure that, you know, that doesn't happen. Just be aware of that, because you know how frauds are. They're going to do what they can, these scammers. So anyways, I'm going to get to eat my lunch, and we will see you on the Friday night feast. I am so excited for tonight's Friday night feast, y'all. We're going to be making the Southern tomato gravy. It is freaking delicious, and I can't wait to share that with you and see what y'all think. Happy Saturday, y'all. I did get up early. If you watched the live, probably heard me moan about not getting to sleep in, but I woke up at 8 this morning, and so I got everything done actually pretty early. I think I was home by 11, which is awesome. So it gives me the rest of the day. I am working on a recipe after this, and that's going to be exciting. So I went ahead and stopped making myself a lunch here. So it's just that salad mix that has the radicchio, and then you see some Colby Jack cheese. And I've got hard salami and ham, and then plus some cheese, pumpkin seeds, cucumber, radish, and of course I gotta have my ferment, so I got my sauerkraut in there and seasoning, and then I've got my avocado on the side and my Dutch today, y'all. So join this lunch, and then I gotta get busy recording. For dinner tonight, I got 3 of those sliders from Aldi, topped with some habanero cheese from Aldi, bacon from Aldi, mushrooms from Aldi, but the avocados from H-E-B. So I'm having that, some more of that agua fresca, and I've got my sparkling water, so I'm going to add some of that to this, see how that is. And then we've got some queso and chicharrones on the side. So, and we already ate the, what we made for the cook-along. We had a little sampling of that, so that video, the channel members will get to see soon, but everybody else will have to wait a couple weeks. It is Monday lunchtime. I made a salad, just a fresh salad, and I've got my different meats in there. I'm going to add my pumpkin seeds, and I've got my avocado, and yeah, that's going to finish my lunch today. And look, does this coffee make me look alive? I sure hope it does. I need it. And I'll talk to you a little bit what's going on with my blue screen of death issue. Happy Monday, y'all. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Yesterday, we had so much fun on the live. Like, seriously, it was great talking to everyone. So much great information and just hanging out. We just really love that. A reminder, if you're a channel member, you should have got the email already about this Saturday. So yes, it is this Saturday is the cook-along, which is the 27th. And I'm excited about it. I've been enjoying the leftovers. It's just really good. And then the rest of y'all will see that video coming out soon. So I'm super excited. The other thing I'm doing is I have this. Oops, I saw a little... Come on, say it. Little drip. I can't get that on my clothes or whatever. But, see, I've got my cute glass. That's actually glass, y'all. I can't, my nails aren't long enough. But I'm thinking I might do a short on it. It's basically from Renee. So you get hibiscus flowers that are dried and you basically reconstitute them. You add in more water, cucumber, some cayenne and lime juice and sweetener. And you just mix it all. It's so easy. And you mix it and it's freaking delicious. Now I like the cayenne, which is what Renee suggested. Oops, sorry y'all. It just gives, like, it's just so refreshing. And then it gives that little bit of, like, a little tingle in the back of your throat, which I find, and I've heard this is common, like in Asia and stuff, that even though it's really hot, if you have spicy foods, it keeps you cooler. So this is very refreshing. So again, I'll probably do a short on it. I'm really enjoying this. And hibiscus has lots of health benefits as well. But I feel like most everything in nature has some form of health benefits, right? If you get down to it. I was even hearing one about dates. And so there's all these things. So when it comes to that, I don't ever think, oh, you have to eat this one thing. Make sure you eat it. Like, just eat a variety of real whole foods and you're probably good. And I would include in that, of course, your ferments, right? So I am enjoying a glass of this. It's really refreshing. Had my coffee earlier. It's really good. So, update on the blue screen of death, the BSOD. So Friday, y'all probably heard CrowdStrike. It hit so many people. Except for I heard Southwest, because they're still using like Windows 95. So they didn't get affected at all, which I think, I mean, again, I hate when the computers make you upgrade, because obviously the old stuff can work, right? But anyhow, so I was out of commission Friday at work, but it is covered by my job. You know, it's outside of my control. I mean, I would have definitely worked. And then IT called me. We did troubleshooting. It didn't work. And then I happened to be talking to my coworker, and I was, you know, telling her like the steps he was telling me. So then he started helping her while he was on the phone with me. Anyway, so she got hers fixed, but she just literally got a new laptop and set it up on Thursday. So the company was issuing new laptops like in batches to people, and I have not gotten a new one. This laptop I currently have, I think it's like a year old, and it's an HP, and apparently they no longer use HP. So that was one of the things when I spoke to the IT, they're like, HP, ooh, well, let me see if I have the information on HP. So anyhow, he called again bright and early this morning, y'all. I was really hoping to sleep in. That didn't happen. But anyhow, he called me this morning, and I had already tried again last night. Like, I shut it completely down. I tried again last night, and I was like, no, you know, I was like, come on, let's do it. But no. So he called this morning. We did the same steps as Friday. Still didn't work. And he was like, okay, we're going to order you a new one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to try to overnight it to you. You know, they have to put in the ticket and all that. So, don't know yet if I'm going to get it tomorrow or not. But then just now, I got off the call. So it is 2. Wow, this day is flying by. It's 2 p.m. Another IT person called. She goes, hey, you know, I'm just, I've had like 100% success rate. So I'm going to try to walk through. And the very first one for the command prompt. And I was like, okay, here's the error code I'm getting. And she's like, oh, yeah, that error code means you're screwed. Which is the same error code I told him, but I know there's a bazillion error codes. And so she was like, yeah, well, restart. Let's try one more thing. She's like, yeah, it ain't going to do it. Yeah, we have to send you a new one. So, hoping for that. One of the 2 IT people is supposed to either call or text me. And I did stress the acceptability, I don't know if that's the right word, to text. It is okay to text me with the tracking information. So Anyways, I hope I get it tomorrow. I'm just really bummed. Mondays are so freaking busy, and I wish I could have been there to help, my team. So, we'll see. Hopefully I get it tomorrow, and then they'll walk me through getting it all set up. But it looks like at this point, probably not going to arrive at 8 in the morning. So, I'll probably be going. He needed to, well, he was going to go to the store anyways to get a couple things we need for the Friday night feast. So, I guess I'll be going with him. And then, after that, hopefully I'll have it, y'all. I've just been very bored, so I went through. Heath had a stack of mail, y'all. So, generally I handle, all of the mail and everything. And I'm like, you know what? He needs to kind of know what's going on, right? So I gave him, all the stuff that has his name on it. So eventually, I went through it today. A lot of it was, like his quarterly 401k notice, all of his insurance cards from when he chose his insurance. It is the end of July, and he never got any of them. Awesome. So, the other thing I did is his job. They have, in order to get the discounted rates on their insurance, they have to do certain things. He had already done all of it back in January, except for one step, which is a primary care yearly physical. So I got that set up today. Found a doctor. His appointment's August 27th, and he'll go and get his yearly physical and lab work, and yeah. So got that taken care of today. I made some more fudge. I made a chocolate banana nut fudge with the Ketochow banana flavor. So that's in the fridge getting solidified. And just been listening to my usual YouTube stuff and just kind of working on ins and odds, things that I typically don't have time to do. And just trying to get all those completed, and hopefully get to go back and work again. Y'all, it's just annoying. So, yeah, that is what's going on. I will keep you updated as far as tomorrow, but can you believe July? We basically only have, by the time you see this, we only have a week left of July. Where is this time going, y'all? It is so freaking fast, so I cannot believe August is here next week. Already. So, and I feel like once you get past, August, and you get into the Burr months, as they call them, I feel like time just goes double, right? And I already feel like this year has already been on triple time, so what are we going to be? I don't even know. What is sixth time? I don't know. What's the word for that? Please let me know. And the other fun thing we did is we went to the movies last night. So I didn't get to record anything because, it's the movie theater. But we went to see Twisters. And, oh my gosh, you guys. It was so freaking good. I think we both really enjoyed it. I could see why some of my friends have seen it a few times. And I it's just, I was reading. So the movie theater we went to, I was pronouncing it Sinopolis, but when we were there, it's called Sinopolis Luxury Theaters. But anyways, when we were there, during the little previews, because it's one of those that's a dinner theater thing. Well, I guess, is it really dinner theater? But anyways, they have a full menu, right? The classic theaters, you get crappy nachos and hot dogs stuff. But this one has a full menu. Okay, so how I've heard is Sinopolis, somebody said. Promotional is Sinopolis, and the theater employees say Sinopolis. See, I thought it was Sinopolis. Um, Police? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can hear it. It was so weird. Oh, okay. It was just so weird hearing it say, oh, they're originally from Mexico? I did not know that. Canopolis. Oh. Everyone calls it Sinopolis. Sinopolis. I don't know. I kept hearing it last night, and I was just like, that is different. That is not how I thought it was pronounced. But you know, I can't pronounce hardly anything. But anyways, oh, let's see if this will say it. Maybe you can hear it.
Are you ready for more? Get ready to earn rewards points at every stop at every Cinepolis USA.
Cinepolis. How? Anyhow, I'm sure this is engaging. But it just, every time they would say it on their little thing, I'm just like, what? So, it was our first time doing that. We have in the area quite a few, I would consider them like, I guess, upgraded theaters, you know, where it's a dinner and a show. So you sit down and have a menu, and then you have waiter service. The one that we've gone to a few times is Star Cinema. I think we like that one because so it has, you know, the real nice loungers and everything, but it has like a table in front of you, and then the waiters come in front of that table. So then it's, you know, you've got a nice space for your drinks and different things, right? This theater, every individual seat had a little tray. Like, do you remember in like school how it would have like that little kind of like funny shaped tray for you to ride on, and some of them would be movable? That's how it was set. So it had a big place for a drink or drink holder, and then it had the little tray that would move. But even though they would have like, you know, groups of like 2 seats or whatever, even though you can't see, but when you choose your seat, it would show like, okay, these 2 seats, these 2, and that stuff. So I believe, and I could be wrong, but I was pretty sure at Star Cinema, you were able to lift the middle armrest between 2 seats so that you can snuggle. You can't do that at Sinopolis. They're individual seats, and the way that they have that tray, the tray, even though it will pivot, you know, back and, or I should say, it'll move, you know, back or forth. Well, it's not back or forth. It'll move, I guess, side to side, but you can't move it back and forth, like to you or away from you. It's like at a set place. You can only just swivel it, right? So that was a little annoying. But the service was top notch. Like, we had really good service. The food we ordered, I thought it was decent, right? So I did not get the popcorn. So if you were, I can't remember, it was Friday or Sunday, we were talking about it and thinking about maybe going off plane and getting popcorn, because they say they cook it in coconut oil. But I ended up not getting it. So I guess yay me, I didn't get that. So they have a couple salads, and what I like is then you can choose whatever protein you want, and it depends on the price, but they were almost all $19. So it was a nice, it was like a black, I forget the name, apple berry salad or something like that. And so he got the shaved ribeye. They also have grilled chicken or breaded chicken, shrimp. I never get shrimp like that because I find, one, you get maybe 2 or 3 shrimp, and I find they often overcook it. And then they also had salmon, which is always an attractive answer, but I'm very bougie with my salmon. And I have found most of the time, if it's not specified, it's going to be farm salmon. And to me, there is a difference in taste. So I didn't want the salmon. Or you could get a plain, which would be $15 for the salad if you get it without meat. So one thing we learned, because we're going back to the same theater on Thursday for Deadpool, one thing we learned is that the drink, like I just got water and that was free. Just regular, just give me your water out of the thing. Heath ordered just a regular iced tea, unsweetened, right? $9.50. $9.50 for freaking tea? I was like, that is freaking ridiculous. Like, so I told him, I was like, look, great, I guess one off, right? But, you know, for Thursday, you're going to go get one of those water enhancers. So he found, I know Shauna uses Mio, I believe, and I know there's different ones. So he's going to get one of those to take, and he'll just order water and flavor it with that. Because I'm like, he acknowledged, he was like, oh, $9.50 for tea? That's ridiculous. I mean, I think when you go to a restaurant and they want $4 for tea, that's high. So, yeah, $9.50. But you better bet I got one to go, because I was like, we're paying that kind of money. We're getting it to go. So, this is much better. Now, this I paid $9.50 for unlimited refills, but regular, it's whatever the Coke dispenser tea is, whatever that was, it golden tea? I don't know what it's called. So yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. Again, the salad, everything seems like it's basically $19 for anything you order. So, which is a little high. And it's not the best of experience, but when it comes to Thursday, our showing, or the movie we're going to, is at 6:30. He gets off at 5:30. That doesn't give us enough time to really go eat anywhere else. And could I make something and we eat it out the door? I mean, I guess. So we're just going to eat there again Thursday. Y'all gave great suggestions on what to bring. And I do think we're going to try to sneak in a couple things. Like, I might sneak Heath in a Zevia. So at least he would have that. And he was complaining because the salad didn't have tomatoes. And I noticed there were 2 salad options. Neither one had tomatoes. So I was like, you know what? We got tomatoes. Just put them in a little baggie and bring them with you and throw it on your salad. So we'll see. Yeah, so that's what we did. So Twisters, I thought was really good. It's definitely a fun movie. It's been, the last time we went to the movies was the Oppenheimer and Barbie, when those came out. And both of those we saw at Star Cinema, excuse me. The other one that's in the area, which we thought of going to, but man, Regal Landing. Do you have one of those near you? That one, the only reason it was a little attractive is they have what's called the 4DX, which is where, you know, you get not only the motion seats, but also if there's rain, you might get rain on you and all these different things, right? But the tickets are like $20-something each. And then now they all charge a service fee. Why do you charge a service fee? I'm buying it online and I have to pay a service fee? That makes no sense to me. And it's like $4, $2 a person or around for a service fee. I'm already paying these ridiculous high prices for a freaking ticket. So this just reminds me of why we rarely go to the movies. Because it's like Ticketmaster. They just nickel and dime you. You think, oh, okay, tickets, you know, $13, and then by the time you're done, you've spent $40 just for freaking tickets. Even, I was like, okay, let's go to the old, base model theater, right? Where there's no fancy menu, there's no wait staff or anything. Same freaking price. Same price. Same service fees. I'm like, what am I paying you a service fee for? I don't even get the upgraded seats or nothing. So it's a racket, right? No wonder people, are like, oh, I'm not going to go to the theater, because you're looking at over $100 for 2 people if you're going to eat there and buy the tickets and everything. So anyhow, it'll probably be another good while before we go back to the movies, because that is just a ridiculous amount. What do y'all think? Who goes to the movies? And have you heard of these movie theaters I mentioned? And what are your thoughts on them? And on this Tuesday, still waiting for my laptop, y'all. But for lunch, we basically did kind of like a hash. We used the hot spicy sausage, added some various veg like the sweet potato, bell pepper, onion, jalapenos, mushrooms, some cream cheese and cheddar cheese, topped it with the fresh green onion, and I've got my avocado, and that's lunch. Tuesday night dinner. This is a test for Friday night, so if you want to know what it is and how we made it, tune in Friday Night Live. And then on the side, we're having just a summer salad to finish that up, but I'm really excited about this, y'all. Well, that's another week of the Warden Report. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a wonderful week too. Let me know if you were impacted by the whole CrowdStrike blue screen thing. It is actually Wednesday. I know I don't really put this out first thing Wednesday morning. It's a little later today. I am working on it as we speak. But I had to call IT again this morning. No updates. Don't know when I'm going to get my freaking laptop. Really mad, y'all. So hopefully it does end up coming today. Maybe the person I spoke to they don't know. So, but I hope you have a wonderful week. I can't wait to see everybody on the Friday night feast. I'm excited about this Fridays, y'all. I have an idea. We did a test last night, and it was really good, but I was like, it needs a little sauce, and I have an idea of a sauce, so I'm going to try to make that a little bit, and yum. So thank you again, and please, if you didn't already, give this video a thumbs up, y'all, and then leave me a comment below. Just let me know what's going on, and don't forget, every Friday night at 6:30 Central, we go live. So please join us. We look forward to seeing you then. And stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank you all again for your support. And make sure Saturday night is the cook-along. Bye.